Hey there, my name's Andy. Welcome back. Today we are going to start playing Firewatch. If you haven't heard of this, really it's one of my favorite games, especially when it comes to story. This is probably one of my favorite stories in video games. So if you don't know the story yet, I hope that you'll stick around and I hope that you enjoy it as well. Um, this is a pretty slow-paced game. It's a lot about talking and just walking around, taking in the atmosphere, which is part of why I like it so much. Um, so not really an exciting thing. Hopefully, a chill time for you if you want to lay down and grab a snack or something. This will be perfect for that. Um, but yeah, I really like it. I hope you will too. We're gonna get started here. I'm not gonna have my face cam on the whole time because I want you to drink in the atmosphere. That's why I like the game so much. And just a forewarning, while I don't drop a bunch of F-bombs in my videos, the characters in this game do. So don't watch this with your tiny kids, okay? Let's get started. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. We're gonna say you. You're pretty. You're pretty, she says coolly. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? You reply, confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. Man, I would love a cheeseburger. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. That must have been quite a burger. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia's in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Now, if it was us, we would get the German shepherd, I think. But since Julia likes the beagle, let's get the beagle and name him Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and 1 week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. Who couldn't love Bucket? 1979, you talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. Well, if it was me, I would probably ignore her. Sorry, Aaron. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. We can either pose and flex like He-Man or frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. I'd probably pose and flex. I would not look awesome. (1982). During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Bah! Dog! Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. That's pretty selfish, in my opinion. Commuting is rough, but I feel like that's the better way to go. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. Probably not good to just ignore your problems. Let's talk to someone about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Did she write in that journal that I was king beef? Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. (1987). Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. This would be a very difficult decision. And honestly, I'm not sure what I would do in this position myself. It is probably safer to move her into a full-time care facility. Because that's a lot of pressure to put on one person who is untrained, you know? Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, "If you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off." You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. 1989. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan. Months go by. Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Alright, here we are, at the lookout tower. Now everything that we've done up to this point, all of that text and a couple of choices, that's all just prologue. That's not what the rest of the game is going to be like. The rest of the game, we're going to be out here, in the forest. Before we even get started, it's beautiful out here. Let's turn on the power. We have power.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello?
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
My supervisor.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Nobody back home can stand you.
Okay, you're probably out here because nobody back home can stand you. Which, after this brief introduction, is not a big shock.
Ouch. I'll chalk that up to you being tired and grumpy.
Well, I'd better get some sleep then.
One sec. Now it's my turn.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job. Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
How can you see me? Where are you?
Hey, sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, what, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's what, 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Map table.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Which way's west?
Are those fucking fireworks?
Compass. That way's west. Fireworks?
I need you to confirm. Do you see them?
Sure do.
Whoa, that's not legal, right?
No.
There was
You
a
need to get down
sign.
there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away. Go down there and set him straight.
Like, kick the shit out of him sort of straight?
No. Jesus, no.
What? I'm not a cop. It's not like I've got a rule book over here.
Just make sure they don't do it again. Take their shit.
All right, fine.
I'll hit him with this
Don't feed
pan.
anyone a knuckle sandwich. Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right. There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234. It's actually that for all of them.
Secure.
Shut up.
Yeah, let's hit him with this pan. No, we'll go stop him from doing fireworks. You can't set off fireworks in the middle of the forest. Someone's going to catch on fire. And as you may have gathered from the name of this game, we are Firewatch. We're out here in a national park. Make sure that nothing catches on fire, or if it does, I guess let somebody know. Before we head out there, let's look around our tower a little bit. We've got flora of the Shoshone, if you want to take all those in really quick. But any of the things we're going to see, we've got a Truck Alaska calendar. It's May. Here's our bed. Bunch of books. Thermos. Anything inside? Manly brand thermos. Sounds like it's empty. Pencil sharpener. Foodstuffs. Water jug. A sink. How does this work? Well, there's no faucet, so we can't get running water up here, but I suppose you just, use this water and pour it down there, and then it just comes out a hole in the bottom of the tower, right? Just goes all over the ground, I guess. We've got a container of Chlortox. regular bleach. And an old wood stove. Is that safe for a Firewatch? I mean, I guess you need the heat when it gets cold, but seems like the tower could burn down, followed shortly by the forest. We've got a lamp. We've got a photo with Julia. Let's take a look at that. There we go. Look, that's us and Julia. She's so cute, probably, judging by her hair solely. And we're a big, beefy man, King Beef, you might say. Okay, let's go out for a little bit. A don't tread on me doormat. Ha! Very funny. All right. So yeah, we're only going to do a little bit here yet today, and then we'll pick it up next week. But I just love this game. A big part of it is the soundtrack, which is by Chris Remo. I listen to it all the time. It is so good. And then you mix that with how pretty it is out here and the ambient, like, wind and bugs and bird noises. It's like all the best parts of being outside without having to actually go outside. And I've thought about it some, because, you know, I don't go outside a lot more than I have to. And I think the biggest problem I have with summer is just bugs. Like, I love camping and I love being outside when the weather's nice. But when you got, like, bugs flying into you and crawling on you, that really messes it up for me. So we don't have to deal with that here. Here's a sign for Jonesy Lake. Is this the right way to go? They were west, right? Yeah, this way. So yeah, since everybody's stuck inside for the pandemic, this is your chance to get out and explore nature a little bit with me. Do I have a map? Sure do. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, there's our tower. We took the thoroughfare trail to get up here, I think, probably. We are that flashing circle. If we keep following this road, we'll hit Cache 306. And then it looks like that goes right down to the lake to the west, which they're probably somewhere around there. We got Thunder Canyon, Mule Point, Wapiti Meadow, Thoroughfare Basin, Supply Drop, Beartooth Point. We're going to explore this whole park this summer, slowly. Cottonwood Creek. So yeah, look forward to that. Where'd the trail go? I'm lost! I'm lost in the woods. Radio. Can I run? I don't feel like I can. It's gonna be slow going. I hear those fireworks. Fireworks aren't safe unless you're a trained professional. Oh, what is this? This is probably a... oh, blocked. Probably a path we'll take later. Don't need it right now, though. Yep, so Two Forks is the name of our tower, if anybody says that. Going down at Jonesy Lake. Here's the cache. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I found the supply box.
Great.
Let's open it. It's the same number I have on my luggage. Okay, let's copy this map information. What did that put on there exactly? Oh yeah, just confirmed where the trails are and stuff. Oh, there's a medicine wheel nearby. That's cool. What else is in here? A note. Ron, hey man, guy couldn't take it, so I locked up his lookout and put some stuff in the box. Found one of those bars you liked. Hiking into the park, but let's get effed when I am back. Dave.
Hey, I found a note to a guy named Ron from some guy Dave.
That's probably Dave Gaskell. He's completely nuts.
Is that right?
Harmless, but yeah, one of those, you know, fall off the grid and eat ants for a week type. Totally fucking cuckoo. Which is kind of what the job attracts.
Sweet. Well, I don't know if that guy got his note. What else we got here? Granola bar.
Hey, there's a snack in here. Probably gonna eat it.
You definitely do not want to do that.
I am gonna eat it.
Whatever's in there has been in there for years. That's how you get food poisoning.
The wrapper is still intact. It's rated R. It's fine. What is this? A fine bar. Cherry and almond. I don't really like that flavor. Henry probably likes it. Let's eat it. He's fine. If I found a brand new cherry and almond bar, I would think twice about eating it. That's all I'm saying.
I tracked down that rope. It was right where you said.
Great. So you should be set to get down to the lake.
Let's go deal with them. I got a rope. Can tie them up, throw them in the lake. Sleeping with the fishes, that sort of thing. Wait, which way am I supposed to go here? It's kind of a fork. Oh, they both go the same way. Well, let's take the scenic route. I keep hitting shift trying to run, but it's just radio. I hear creaking. Or is that a woodpecker? Oh, art. There we go. Jogging. Yeah, I hear some noises. This view. Let's report it.
This vista is incredible.
Which one?
Down the hill from my tower. There's a canyon and then the rest of... well, everything.
Yeah, you should see what I'm looking at. An eagle has been hovering over this gorge for the past hour. And maybe if you're good, you can come by and see it at the end of the summer.
Beautiful. Yeah, as I was saying, you shouldn't use fireworks if you're not a trained professional anyway, because lots of people get their hands blown off because they don't know what they're doing. And especially since we are, I assume, hours away from any sort of medical attention. Not very smart, is it?
Hey, there's a tree out here that's been ripped to hell.
And?
Don't you think that's, disconcerting?
Henry, there are 500-pound grizzly bears out here. They sharpen their claws on trees.
We don't have grizzlies in Colorado. People killed them a long time ago.
Well, in the thoroughfare, they hunt people, they kill people, they bury their bodies, and then come back weeks later to eat them because they prefer rotten meat. People just disappear.
Yay.
Don't you think that's disconcerting?
No, Henry, that's life.
Christ, lady.
I'm gonna get killed and buried by a bear out here. Anyway, we've been playing for a while, so I think we'll take a break. But come back next week, and we are going to climb down this, and then go find some people with fireworks and beat them up. I hope to see you there. Bye.